Mayor Clark, I'd like you to update what's going on with the rail lines and your effort to get them out of the city, whether around the city or beneath the city, or because the report that just came out today in the Star Phoenix says that you've tentatively approved 3 overpasses, one which was to fix a mistake you guys made as soon as you did it, which was on 11th Street to cut off Montgomery. The other 2 aren't really needed. The Preston overpass that you're proposing isn't really going to do that much of anything. I've worked on that corner for almost 5 years, so I have a good sense as to the traffic backup when trains go through there. But the other one is a unique position because it's Marcos Drive, and it probably suits the City Works Yard proposal for the future more than it does anybody else, since we don't have that record amount of traffic crossing the bridge there. So it's probably more to suit the city for their own operations than it is for the people in the area. But it still is only a Band-Aid. And should we be spending this much money on this type of a thing? And it sounds like you've actually already approved it for future budgets, when in fact it shouldn't have been approved for as quick as you've looked at it. So why are you not actually stepping up and doing what you asked permission to do and talking to the rail lines directly? What is it you had to ask permission to do? You've been mayor already 1 term into your 2nd term, and you just now approach council to get permission to be able to do it? Seriously? Is that how serious you take this issue, that now you're just going to get around to looking at it, and now the city is not even seriously taking an interest in moving the rail lines outside the city? So you have to lead from the top. And if the whole city administration isn't working on a plan to get the rail outside the city because their plan fell flat and they're not looking at any plan B, well, as a leader, you should be stepping up and pushing other agendas and getting things moving, because no solution will ever be found if they're not looking for it. And you're not even having meetings, it sounds like, for the last 4 years. So that you might start now is a lot to start really late in the game. But we're hopeful that you're actually going to do something for a change instead of just passing the buck. So I'd like you to come out publicly and say that you've been doing this, and that you've got meetings booked with the rail lines, and that you're going to have something fruitful come out of that and report it back to the public. Because I don't really trust that you're going to do this. I'm sorry, but I don't. I think you're going to pass it to your chief of staff, and they're going to file some paperwork, and they'll send some letters, and if nothing comes of it, say, well, gee, I tried. That's not good enough. Too many people are stuck behind rail lines every day, and they expect you to do something serious about this. So you need to take this more seriously than passing the buck. As quickly as you pass the bike lanes, just pretend that that was actually a rail corridor and you were working just as hard for that. We're waiting for that. So I'm standing by, as every other taxpayer in the city is, and we'd like to see some progress on this. So please advertise the big progress that you're making so that we're aware that you're doing things. Thank you.